In the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. As Muhammad peace be upon him narrated, if anyone travels on a road in search of knowledge, Almighty Allah will cause him to travel on one of the roads of paradise. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tarinsu. Thank you very much for watching my videos and your wonderful support to make this channel a grand success. We are a family, a partner. Please share and subscribe our channel if you haven't done so far. We as a team can work together to convert challenges into opportunities and opportunities into success stories. These success stories can be monetized into value addition in the world by large. Before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse. Qala Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli Allahumma Rabbi zidni ilma. O my Lord, open my chest and ease my task for me, and loose or not from my tongue that they may understand my saying. Allahumma Rabbi zidni ilma, O Allah, advance me in my knowledge and true understanding. Okay, now I'm going to discuss today Center of Excellence lecture number 23 and the SIL Safety Integrity Level section number 7. Okay, so on my next slide, I'm going to say my lecture number 23 on Center of Excellence. Okay, Center of Excellence lecture number 23, SIL Study Guidance section number 7. Purpose of Center of Excellence, as we have discussed earlier, this is a recap where we are, where we want to be, what to do, and how to do. These are the 4 pillars in order to achieve objective and goals. Okay. We are still working safety integrity level assessment over here, section number 3, and later stage we are going to discuss a risk assessment management system and quantification of risk assessment. Okay. Lecture number 23, SIL Study Guidance section number 7. Okay, first is risk acceptance criteria, tolerable risk criteria, loop of process and analysis steps. Okay, risk acceptance criteria. The SIL requirements for SEF, safety instrumented function, is determined by evaluating the risk in the absence of the SEF and by comparing it with the applicable criteria for tolerability of the risk. The SIL selection is to be based on establishing a tolerable frequency for each consequence resulting from an initiating event. The tolerable frequency for a specific hazard consequence shall be determined based on a company risk matrix and a risk acceptance criteria. A tolerable risk acceptability criteria we are going to discuss in my next slide. In case of more than one consequences arising from the same scenario, the acceptable frequency of highest impact shall be considered. Okay. From next slide, the tolerable risk criteria for LUPA study. Okay, tolerable risk criteria for a LUPA study. We are going to discuss today the potential severity impact on people, asset, production, involvement, reputations. So if the potential severity is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, how it will impact on a people, asset, production, involvement, and reputation on my next slide. Okay. The first here, we can see here the potential severity if 0. So people, no injury, asset protection, no damage, involvement, no effect, reputation, no impact, and targeted mitigation event, frequency for each consequence category has nothing over here in this area here, empty, because there is no impact. Okay, if the potential severity is 1, so the people, it will demonstrate a slight injury or health effect. So the asset protection, slight damage on disruptions to operations, involvement, a slight effect, and reputation, slight effect. So this can happen once in a 3 years. Number two, if the severity, potential severity is 2, so it will demonstrate or it will give the consequences or impact on minor injury or health effect. So the asset reputations, minor damage, $100,000, involvement, minor effect, limited impact on reputations, and it can happen once in a 4 years. Number three here, so major injury or health effect. So local damage up to $1 million, localized effect, national impact. It could happen once in a 5 years. Number four, if the severity is 4, so it could happen a single fatality or permanent or total disability. Major damage, it can happen up to $10 million, and localized effect, regional impact, and it can happen once in 6 years. Last year, if the severity is 5, multiple fatality, extensive damage, more than $10 million, massive effect, international impact, and it could happen once in a 7 year. Okay. Okay. LUPA process. One, the tolerable frequency for a SEF, safety instrumented functions, is established based on a table which we have discussed in my earlier slide. All causes of the initiating events as listed. For each cause of the initiating event, its likelihood, that is FE, the unmitigated event frequencies, is established based on operation experience of the personnel present in the workshop or company records or international approved data for equipment failure such as Orather. The PFD, probability of failure on demand, values for IPL, independent protection layer, shall be based on industrial specific failure rate data as available in ORADA or other international accepted database. The mitigated event frequency for each cause is then determined after each cause are analyzed. The total event frequency due to all causes of the initiating events is determined by summing up the individual frequencies. If the total mitigated frequencies, which is measures of the tolerable or target risk, and F, a total mitigated frequencies as measured of the available risk, the risk reductions rate, that is RF, by the SEF instrument, the safety instrumental functions, is determined by comparing the established tolerable frequencies target with the total mitigated events frequencies. The PFD, probability of failure on demand, SEF, is equal to target event frequency divided by total mitigated event frequencies. Number second, the RRF SEF, the final mitigated event frequencies, so divided by a complete target event frequencies. The safety integrity level determined based on table 9, which we are going to discuss on my next slide. Okay, LUPA analysis steps. Okay, criteria for independent protection layer, IPL. The IPL can be active or passive systems or action that is capable of preventing a scenario from proceeding to its undesired consequences, independent of the initiating events or the actions of any layer of protection associated with the scenario. All IPL must meet the criteria to claim a risk reduction factor or during a LUPA analysis. Okay, on my next slide, we are going to discuss the LUPA analysis steps. Okay, LUPA analysis steps. What are the LUPA analysis steps here? identify and list are different segments. Second is define the worst, list all causes, calculate the total event frequency. The first, what is identify and list all safety instrumented function SEF for the unit for each SEF identified. Second, define the worst consequences if the SEF are failed to capture when a demand occurs. HAZEP report may also be referred to identify the consequence, catalog the consequences, severity, and tolerable frequency for the SEF. The tolerable frequencies will be selected as per accompanying policy, the accompanying tolerable risk criteria for loop bus study, as we have discussed in my earlier slide in the table. Okay, list all causes for the initiating events. For each cause, identify the likelihood initiating event frequencies, that is also known as FE. For each initiating cause, identify all available layers of the protection IPL and assign a failure probability for each layer, that is PA, PB, PC, and PN XYZ. For each cause, calculate the mitigated event frequency, considered all the layers, that is FE, PA, PB, PC, where F is the mitigated event frequency, FE is non-mitigated event frequencies, and PA, PB, PC, PN are the PFD values for each protection layers. Okay, the as we discussed earlier, the analysis shall be repeated for each initiating cause and calculate mitigated events frequency for all causes. Calculate the total event frequencies due to all causes up by summations of all events of frequency. Okay, SIL PFD RF relationship. SIL safety integrity, PFD probability of failure and demand, RRF risk reduction factors, that is 1 divided by PFD. Okay, a relationship between cell PFD and RF values has been established as we have discussed in this table. Okay, first here, if we can see here, the first is safety integrity level 1, probability of failure and demand, that is PFD. So we can see here 10 minus 2 into 9.99 minus 10, that is a probability of failure in the first year, and the risk reduction 10 to 99. Second, if the integrity level 2 here, so the probability of failure 10 minus 3 here, and 9 minus 9 over 10 minus 3 here. So the RF will be 100 to 99. Similarly, if the 3 safety levels, so that is a 10 minus 4, and it will be 1000 to 99 risk reduction factors. Number 4 here, minus 5 to minus 5 here, and it will be so 10,000 to 999, that risk reduction factor if the safety integrity at level 4. Okay, so conclusion, today we have discussed a risk acceptance criteria, number 2 tolerable risk criteria, and number 3 loop of process analysis steps we have discussed today. Now on my next slide we are going to further discuss loop of process flow diagram and its different segments. The reference of first Qatar Petroleum Doha Qatar, we have worked 24 years. Oil and Gas Development Corporation Limited Pakistan, we have worked 3 years. The World Energy Order 2013, US Geological Survey, US Department of Energy, Schlumberger's Oilfield Glossary, International Energy Agency IEA, Wikipedia, Oklahoma State Oil Fact Sheet, the Northside Standard Norway, the Story of Oil in the Pennsylvania, and the Air Liquid Gas Encyclopedia, and natural gas from wellhead to burner table. So please do not hesitate to send me your feedback, comments, t.masood.dr@bharth.edu. So you may send me your feedback or comments at t.musud.dr@path.edu. Together, everyone achieve more. Thank you very much for your precious time. Please stay at home, stay blessed and inspired. Thank you very much for your precious time.